Hey guys,
Throwback Thursday!
Yes.
So Throwback Thursday, Slayer on another Throwback Thursday. We've done a lot of Slayer on Throwback Thursday because we're going to the show at the end of May, and I want to build your immune system to more and more Slayer because that's the headliner. So you really need to.
This concert's getting closer and closer.
Yes, and I'm still going to try to squeeze some Testament, maybe some Anthrax, and maybe one more Behemoth video between now and the date of the concert. But I want to squeeze two more Slayer videos, and I want to squeeze two videos that one of our viewers mentioned to me. This is one of them, That Skin Mask, one of my favorite songs from Seasons in the Abyss. The album came out in the early 90s, 91, I believe. This video is not from 91, so the song is a Throwback Thursday, not the video. The video is from the Unholy Alliance DVD. But I want to squeeze maybe another one because I want you to go to that show with as much Slayer knowledge as possible, as well as the other bands. But obviously, Slayer's the big headliner, their farewell tour. I want you to build your immune system towards Slayer because I think you're going to have a good time.
And if I do have a good time, that just gives us another...
Definitely. If the concert goes... I know I'm going to have a good time because I've seen Slayer multiple times. I haven't seen any of the other bands, but I've seen Slayer multiple times. I'm a fan of the other bands. So I know I'm really going to enjoy myself. Now, if the concert goes well and you really enjoy yourself and the whole experience, then most likely we'll go to Slayer again in August. I think it's August 7th. They're coming to London, Ontario, which is about 2.5 hour drive from here.
Yeah.
And they're coming with Napalm Death now, as the Napalm Death is replacing Behemoth on that second leg of the tour. So we'll probably go to that. But I want you to go to the show first, absorb everything, and then at the end of the show, when we do our concert review, we'll figure out if we're going to go to the other one or not. So you ready for this?
Yeah.
That Skin Mask. So before you say anything, and before I say anything about the song, I just want to say this. Last week it was 5-year anniversary since Jeff Hanneman passed away. He was the guitar player with the long hair, not the one with the big beard. Is Kerry King. Jeff Hanneman passed away 5 years ago. It was 5 years ago anniversary last week. So I just want to mention that. Rest in peace, Jeff. He was a huge part of Slayer. He was one of the guys behind the music and the lyrics, him and Kerry King together. And to me, he was an icon. Growing up, this was my favorite band growing up. Slayer was my favorite band. I really look up to these guys. And I always wanted to emulate these guys. I want to be like them. I wanted to, if I could, like at the time I was living in Portugal, I couldn't afford, and I couldn't even get clothing like the ones they used to wear in the videos. They used to wear like a lot of LA Raiders gear. You know what I mean? Like, and LA Kings pants and stuff, and Vision running shoes and things like that. And I used to look at them, and I used to want to look like them and stuff. And Jeff was a big part of that. I used to love the way he played, and the guitar. He had a guitar with the Dead Kennedys logo on it. I was a big fan of Dead Kennedys at that time too. So I always looked up to these guys because they've always been an inspiration to me. So I just want to mention that. Rest in peace, Jeff. Gone but never forgotten. 5 years since he passed away, sadly. So now that I got that out of the way, what did you think of Dead Skin Mask? Because this video had the original lineup as well, with Dave Lombardo on the drums, Jeff, Kerry King, and Tom Araya. So what did you think?
That was good. I mean, everyone was so hyped. It focused on the crowd too, and everyone was like screaming and stuff.
Yeah, the dude with the Kiss T-shirt. I'm not sure what that's all about, but yes, the crowd was hyped.
Yeah.
Did you like the riff? I really like the riff. It's very dark. It's not fast. Like normally Slayer songs tend to be a little bit faster. This one is perhaps one of their more mellowed out songs, but it's so dark that that riff is so dark and ominous. And in the live video, it doesn't give it justice. You really need to listen to the studio version, because the studio version, it starts with Tom Araya saying, I promise, I won't keep you long. I'll keep you forever. And it's so, that intro of the song when he's talking, is so scary, so dark, so.
Because I think I know what this song is like based off of, like Ed Gein.
Yeah, the serial killer. So the original studio version starts with him talking, and he says, I promise. I know the last part is, I promise I won't keep you long. I'll keep you forever. Like that is, it's so dark. That intro to the song in the studio version is so dark. He does the intro in here, but it's not. It doesn't have that same darkness that the studio version has. Also, at the studio version, towards the end of the song, there's a child's voice talking in the background. As that riff is playing and he's singing the chorus, it gets really, really dark. Like, it gets really twisted, really dark, because that riff itself is very ominous. There's a very dark vibe to it, like a horror movie vibe to it.
Having like the kid in the background.
Exactly. So when you're listening to that riff and you hear him singing, and then you add the voice of the kid in the background talking, like saying hello, hi, like, and then he's talking like almost like he's trapped in Ed Gein's basement or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's so dark and so ominous. When you hear that kid's voice in the original studio song, it's a masterpiece. The studio song. I mean, live, it's a great song live, and I'm sure they're going to play this song live. But the studio version is absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. When you add that intro, and then you add that kid's voice for the little bit of a darker vibe to it. You totally have to listen to the studio version of this song, because it's worth listening to it, because it's like they grab the horror meter and they turn it all the way up to 11 with that song, because of the intro, of the guitar riff, of the way the vocals are laid out on the track. And then when you add that kid's voice, oh man, it just takes the whole song to a whole new level. I'm telling you, you have to listen to the studio version of the song. Anyways, it's
actually getting me excited now. Actually, probably when I go upstairs now, I'm gonna go on my iPad.
You definitely, dude, whatever you do today, before you sit down to do homework, whatever, listen to this, but listen to the studio version, and you'll see how much darker the studio version. goes into a really weird place. Like it really takes you as the listener into a path that you perhaps don't feel very comfortable going down. It's really dark. It's really cool. I really like it. Anyways, guys, this is it for Throwback Thursday. Please come back tomorrow. We'll have a video for you tomorrow because tomorrow's Friday. So Friday we normally don't do double headers, so we'll have a video and perhaps an album review. Perhaps an album review. If you know, album reviews normally I post them on Fridays, either Fridays or Saturdays. So tomorrow, one video and an album review. But the video is going to be a good one.
Yeah.
I think you guys are going to like it. So come back tomorrow. See you guys.